suffocate everything, they complicate everything, they steal your fate every day, but you can't believe it. Take yourself far away from nothingness, million miles from emptiness. Suffocate everything, they complicate everything, they steal your fate every day, but you can't believe it. Take yourself far away from nothingness, million miles from
Good.
Okay. So, welcome back. Today we have Vorostka with us. She's gonna play the feminist, or she's gonna play for the modern woman side today. You already know me. I'm the primitive, the asshole. So, Vorostka, why don't you introduce yourself? What do you do? How old are you? And we can go ahead.
Hi. Thank you for having me here, first of all. I'm 18 years old. And right now I'm unemployed. I'm not really working. Nothing specific that I do in my life right now. Basically fighting for feminism, I would say.
Okay, fighting we will.
Yeah.
Don't worry. So, and by the way, are you in a relationship, not in a relationship?
Yes, I'm in a relationship with a woman actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
there is
gonna be extra feminist.
Yeah, it's one of the topics I would like to talk about because she's
Okay.
one of the strongest women that I've met, so much stronger than every man that I've met in my life. So
I
it's
see.
gonna be a nice topic to talk about.
Wait. She's stronger than every man you've met in your life. In what ways?
Most of them. Physically and mentally.
I see.
She has a very strong mindset and knowledge about things that not every man has.
I see. By the way, is she older than you?
Yes.
Okay. And is there anything else you would like to add about her? Or should we go
Well,
as we go along?
Yeah.
I see. So for today we have a slightly different format, continuing off from 2 weeks ago, where we show some videos and then we can talk about them. If we agree, we disagree. So let's get to the first video. Let's see.
Is available and accessible to lots of men, and she's disloyal to you, she loses her value because she makes you look like an idiot and she makes herself look accessible. So without that loyalty factor, and loyalty doesn't just mean she's not sleeping with other men, loyalty also means she's not exposing herself to other men. If other men can still see your girlfriend naked, then less jealous of you.
Yeah, but let's say, for example, that they're already in a relationship with a good guy. Why did they continue to do it?
I would say if you're in a relationship with a good guy and being satisfied are two different things. I think when you're with a good guy and he treats you well and he's really kind to you, but if you're a chaotic woman, you always need validation from other men. You always need reminding that you can be with other men whenever you need it. But if you're a woman who's so happy to stop all of that just to be with one man, you'll stop posting. If your woman is still posting, there's a part of her that doesn't feel totally satisfied with the love you give her, and it's not got nothing to do with you. It might be to do with her own insecurities before she entered the relationship.
Right. So what do you think about that? I think she's right, actually. Like, if you're with a person, it doesn't matter, woman, man, woman, you want to feel like they're all yours, like you're exclusive. And I would argue it's especially true for women, because a woman's purity is her virtue, is her value, whereas for a man it's different.
Could you explain why is it different for the men?
Because let me ask you this: do you know what attracts men to women, women to men?
What?
No, I'm really asking.
Physically. A lot of men
Physical? What?
is attracted to women because of the way they look.
Right.
not because of their personality.
Right. And their loyalty. So men
What?
seek loyalty and looks, basically. Like, if you're unemployed, if you work at Starbucks or McDonald's or whatever, but you look decent enough, like a 3 or a 4, someone will still DM you, and someone will still take you out. But if you're a man, and you work at McDonald's, no woman is looking at you, and they're not going to reply to you, like, ever.
I think that's very wrong. I think your point of view is wrong because I think it's the men and their insecurities, and
Yeah.
I think that's why you're agreeing with the woman, because I think that women should be posting, women should be going out, even if they're in the relationship with a good guy. It doesn't matter, because being with a good guy means that you need to have a trust,
Right.
and you need to have a loyalty, of course. But for a woman to go out, for a woman to be posting and showing herself on social media doesn't mean that she's not loyal. She's confident and she got her own
Yeah.
life. She got her own stuff to do. I don't think that it makes her less loyal.
No, I would argue that it is, because a woman is showing her loyalty by not speaking to other men. A man does not, because let's go to the subject of cheating, so you can see why it's more prevalent. Like, for a woman to cheat and for a man to cheat, it's two very different things. If a man
Okay, it's
wants to
interesting
cheat,
one. Why is it
he has-
different?
What?
Why is it different? Sorry.
Because if a man wants to cheat, he actually has to talk to the girl, he has to court her, he has to charm her, and he has to get her to his place or to her place and do the things. For a woman to cheat, it's just attention. Because a woman wants attention, men want sex. So for a woman to cheat, it's by other guys giving her attention. For men to cheat, it's by sex. Attraction is not symmetrical.
No, that's wrong. Cheating
No.
is a cheating.
That's
Yes,
No.
it is. Cheating is a cheating. If man is texting someone,
yes.
for me, I would say to you, what is cheating? If man is texting someone,
Yes.
if man is looking at someone, flirting with someone, and so much more, this is cheating. He doesn't have to have physical connection with someone for me to count it as a cheating. And for women, she can be seeking a lot of attention because she's beautiful. That's what men are
That's
attracted
cheating.
to beautiful women. Yeah, no, that's not cheating. She's beautiful. A lot of men want her, but she's staying loyal to a good guy. How is that cheating?
Yeah, but if everyone is seeing her, and she was actually in the video speaking about OnlyFans, like women who do OnlyFans. Like, if you're dating me and you've been doing OnlyFans, or you're doing OnlyFans right now, or you're selling your body, if everyone can see what I have, it doesn't matter if you come back to me. Everyone have already seen it. So what I have is not special anymore.
I think
So
from,
I look like a simp. I look like a beta. I don't look like the man. Because everyone has seen you already naked.
Okay, so what are you saying basically is that men should be with a woman just for their bodies? Yeah?
No.
Me posting my own picture. Can
Yeah.
someone read my personality? Can someone read my brain? What I'm doing, what I'm thinking? No, they can see me, but can they feel what I feel and can they know what I'm thinking? No.
No.
So you're just saying that men is being with a woman just because of their bodies.
Yeah, basically. That's why I
And that's
asked
not
you
wrong.
earlier why men want women and why women want men. Because men are attracted to looks. Like, all men want is looks, be silent, and give us respect. Like, if I have a woman, and when guests come over, like my parents or some friends come over, she's coming and immediately asks, do you want to drink something? Do you want to eat something? It makes me look good, so I'm gonna keep that woman. But if she was like, I would tell her, honey, can you make some food for us, for me and my friends or my family? She would be like, no, do it yourself. That's an attitude. That's gonna make me look status. That's gonna make me seem like a beta. I'm gonna look like no man, like she's the man of the house and I'm the pussy. And no man wants that. We want respect from women. She has to look good and to give us respect. That's it. Men are pretty simple to satisfy.
She is respecting you. That's why she's asking, because people coming into your house are important to you and you are important to her. It means the people coming into your house, they are also important to her, and she's asking because she has respect towards you.
Right.
But if you would also have respect, do you know what you would do? You would ask her, honey, do you need help? Do you want me to cut the fruit? Do you want me to bring it? Let me help you. It's not gonna make you look like a pussy. It's gonna make you look like a man.
But that's not my job. It's not like, let's say we walk down on the street and someone comes and grabs her ass. I'm not gonna ask her, hey honey, can you help me come beat this guy up? No, it's my job.
Not you don't have to defend yourself with physical all the time. There are many women who are strong and who can speak up for themselves, and yet there are so many who can't.
Okay.
And I think like it should be very equal. Doesn't matter who's coming into your house as a guest, if it's your parents or her parents, it should be very equal. Let's say when her parents want to come to your house, is she sitting and are you the one making drinks, food, and are you the one asking if they want to drink, and is she just sitting doing her nails? No, she's the one running in the house, in the kitchen, right?
As she should.
No, it's wrong. It's very wrong. This is how we was raised, but it should be very equal because there is no difference.
But men and women are not equal, so...
They are. What makes them not equal?
Well, as you've said, like most women want someone who's superior to them. They want someone who's smarter than them, stronger than them, and makes more money than them. Therefore, we are not equal. You're looking for your superior.
No, you're just speaking from woman's point of view. But you are a man. You're not a woman, so you can't speak.
But
there are many women, so much women, actually, especially in 21st century. They don't want someone smarter. They don't want someone taking care of themselves. They want to be independent. That's why we started feminism, so people can vote, so we can get education. We can get the same equality as a man. Because for me, women and men, they stand together. They're the same. They're not any different from each other. And I think it's very wrong. But this is how we was raised. Because back then, men always had their last word in the house. And unfortunately, still there is. It's the same. In many families, man is speaking the last word. And I think that's very unfortunate and very wrong.
Right.
But I believe with time to time, it's going to change.
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't change. It should be that the man has the last word, but unfortunately, with feminism, we see it shift. We see it that, I have to ask my woman if she allows me to buy this 2.5 shekels product. Like,
no,
man.
Actually, it shouldn't be also like this. Not any man shouldn't be asking women,
be like this.
Can I do it? And any woman should not be asking any man as well.
She should, because if the man is making more money than her, she's sitting at home or given like her income doesn't matter to us men. Like, as I've said, let's ask you, what do you want in your partner? What are you looking for?
Sorry?
What are you looking for in a partner?
In a partner.
Yeah.
I'm looking for respect, loyalty,
Yes.
equality, personality matching. There is a lot of things, and I have found my partner already, but this was what I was
Yeah, I know.
looking for before I got in the relationship with her.
Yeah, of course. But let's ask you.
I
Let me.
I don't need someone who makes more money than me,
You don't
because I believe in me. I need someone who can support me to make my own money that will provide me for everything that I need. I need support that is gonna stand next to me, not providing me with stuff, but supporting me to provide my own, to provide myself. This is what I'm looking for, and actually many other women in this century.
Yeah, because feminism has made you believe that this is what you should be. We should be equal. You should support your woman as much as she supports you. But actually, it's gone way too far to the other side, where women are like, you should support me, and I'm not going to support you. Like, a lot of women want the man to support them while they stay in the bottom, and then when she gets better, like, there's a lot of stories where you hear the woman, the man has got her through her med degree, or she got some 1, 2, 3 degrees, and she became a doctorate, and then what does she do? She leaves him and finds a better man. But when a man goes through a degree, he never leaves, almost never leaves. Why is that? Because when women get better, they leave. When men get better, they take the woman higher with them. That's why I think the man should lead in a relationship.
Men shouldn't lead in the relationship. Otherwise, men would need a robot or a toy, because why should men be in the charge of stuff? And why should
Because that's how it's
men
been
be in charge of the
throughout
house,
history.
relationships? That's what? Sorry?
That's how it's been throughout history, and it has proven to work.
And there has been many other stuff in the history that you need to agree with me that should change. So time has come.
Okay, let me ask you this.
What about
Do you have a car? Do you have a
do I
car?
have what,
Roscoe?
sorry?
Do you have a car?
Car? No.
No. Okay, well, let me ask you this. You have a refrigerator, right? At home.
Refrigerator?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
If it doesn't malfunction, if it works perfectly fine, do you think you should take it to the garage or to fix it? Or change something?
No.
Right. So if something works, you shouldn't change it, right? So
I mean, as
men
long
being
as you
in
don't
charge
want
throughout
to-
history has worked. So why should we change it if it works?
Because I would change the refrigerator if I would want to get a new one, or for it to work better than before. And we are trying to pop up the feminism and talk about it because women has been suffering, and women have been in silence because they've been afraid.
Yeah,
that
I
people
agree
would
with
judge
you.
them.
Yeah, I agree with you. That there have been some women who have suffered and who have been afraid of their husbands and they beat them up and stuff like this. This is totally horrible. This shouldn't happen, and I do not advocate for that. But what I do think that there were a lot of women who like to stay at home, take care of their kids and have their husbands work all day.
Yes, there is. I'm agreeing, there is. But basically, we are talking about feminism, especially recently a lot, because there has been too much topics that has been destroying women's life. It's the matter of death that we're talking about here. Abortion. What about abortion?
What about it?
Woman has no right to make her own choices in so many countries. Do you know how many children from age of 15 to 19 are getting married? Because of their family and because of their father making choice for them.
Okay.
Do you know how many young people has to suffer from pregnancy because the law is not allowing them to make abortion and to make choice for themselves, and yet it comes their parents, the man, their husband. And let me tell you this, there are people getting sexual assault, there are women getting sexual assault outside, getting raped, have disabilities, and there is much more that they just can't have a child, they just don't want to, but yet they can't make their own choice. They're giving birth and they're suffering the rest of their lives.
Right,
they're ending up either on the street or they have to work really hard for it. So we are talking about feminism, and we want to talk about it that everybody's equal, so we don't have to suffer anymore like people used to in the
So, are you arguing
centuries ago.
for abortion? Because I'm
I
with you
think
on
that it's wrong.
Because if you are pro
I think it's wrong
I
that
am with you.
women can't make their own choices.
Yeah.
What, sorry?
You are arguing that we should legalize abortion. Like, you should have the choice and not have the law
Yes.
tell you, no, you can't have abortion.
Yes, you
Well-
should have.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. You should have it, and
There is
if you don't have if the man is bailing out on you and he's running away, yeah, you should be able to have an abortion.
Yeah.
I
You
agree with
absolutely
you.
should. But yet
Because-
there is many countries who don't allow. And woman has to suffer and woman has to end up on the streets.
Okay, so yeah, we agree on that. Because if you have, and just like you've said, there are some stats that say that at least 90% of people in jail were raised in single mother homes. So yeah, I agree. If you are not ready and you don't have a baby daddy, you should have abortion. If you want to, again, you can send it to adoption, you can have other
Well,
options,
yeah.
but if you don't want to raise a baby and make him suffer through life, yeah, you should absolutely have the choice to do that.
And it's also been hard on women on the career path. Like, even in the 10 top paying jobs for women, females still earn less than the men.
Okay, that's been debunked quite a few times, and when they do these studies, they take the total amount of people that work in the workplace, in the work marketplace. I forgot how it's said in English. They don't go subject by subject. And actually, let me ask you this: if it was true, let's say the pay gap is real, why me, as a business owner, if I can get away with paying women less, why shouldn't I hire only women? I will save on cost, on employee cost. Why won't I hire only women? If it's cheaper.
And why hire men?
No, you said, let's say I can pay a woman $9 an hour, and I have to pay a man $10 an hour. Why won't I? What?
Why would you?
What?
Why would you pay a woman $9 and men 10? Why
No,
are they different?
You're arguing for there's a pay gap. You say it exists, right? Like a woman gets $9 an hour, whereas a man gets $10 an hour.
Yes.
Like that's the reality you're describing. So if I can do it as an owner of a business, why should I ever hire a man? Because I can save $1 on every woman I get. I will never hire men because I can save all this money.
Interesting. So you don't believe it that there is women getting less?
No, I'm saying if it is, then someone is not exploiting it. because this could, there's a study I think I read once where it says that employee cost, like the salaries you have to pay employees, should be about 20 to 30% of your business. So if I can hire a woman and cut that cost, why wouldn't I, as a business owner who's trying to maximize profit? It would be foolish of me to pay a man more if I can hire a woman and pay her less.
Yeah.
And get away with it.
This is what feminism is fighting for. This is one of the topics, because it's just been all over the world that men should be sitting in the home. Men should be working, and women, should be sitting in the home, doing household and taking care of the children. That's why we don't have the same access to education and to work as a man.
You
Because
do.
Now we have more, but thanks to feminism, people can vote and they have access to education, but they didn't before. This is why we stand up for ourselves. This is the whole, one of the very, very, very important topic of feminism. For us to have better access in education, work, and in general.
Okay, so now that you have it, why do you need feminism any further?
Sorry?
I say, now that you have it, why is feminism needed anymore, if you've reached your goals?
Okay, because...
What is feminism fighting for today? You have to fight for the equal right to vote and to have equal opportunities, and actually today the scales are turned to the other side, where women have lower standards when they have to go into STEM fields, and if they go into the police force, they have to have lower standards in the physical realm, or at the firefighters, they have lower standards. So they have a easier to get into those fields where men have it harder. So you may ask, why do we need feminism anymore?
Yeah, you may ask. I was waiting for the question actually, why we need that. We've been through that already. Why continue with the movement of feminism?
Right.
I'll tell you what. Nowadays, feminism is dealing with issues like street harassment, workplace harassment, campus sexual assault, and much more that you have no idea. Thousands of women face these problems daily. Issues like sexual assault and harassment, and it's ruining their lives, careers, and personal relationships. Let's not mention the mental and the physical health, physical damage that they get from it. So it's very important that we highlight and we move with the movement and we talk about feminism.
Well, actually, I do agree with you on the idea that women get sexually assaulted. I've known I actually know someone who's working with me who has been harassed, at least, not assaulted, but harassed by some of our co-workers in the general area. So yeah, that exists. But actually I would argue that there's way too much false reports to make the data appear too wide, too big. Because there's a lot of women who can just say, oh, he assaulted me. Like, there was, a few years ago, there was a kid who accused her father of sexually assaulting her because he didn't buy her iPhone 13 or something like that. Like, and he got sent away to jail. Later she said she lied, but I would argue that women are believed way too much.
That's not true. There are a bunch of women who can't speak up for themselves because they're scared to get judged, and they're scared that people are not gonna believe her. People are not gonna believe them in general, and they have to be in silent. They're getting abused
You got cut off.
in the family.
I'm sorry,
Sorry?
Rovska, you got cut off. You got cut off when you said people couldn't believe them. Could you repeat that?
Yeah. I'm saying that women can speak up for themselves because they're afraid people will not believe them. And they're afraid that people are going to judge them. There are so many women getting abused in the family, but they're not speaking up for themselves, even right now. Because that's how it was raised. That man has all the rights, but woman doesn't. It's like woman in the family is a toy for the man. Man is controlling, and man is in charge of everything in the family. So woman
It's in
can
the family,
speak up.
it's not in the workplace, but you're mixing two different things. We were talking about workplace and street harassment, so... what
In
are
the
you talking
workplace
about?
also. In the workplace also, because men has always more power for some reason than the woman has. Let's say, I will say example, while driving. Let's say while driving. Do you know how many times I've heard when I was sitting with a man from my family or a friend, doesn't matter, and a driver before them was not driving good, and they used to say, it's probably a woman driving. I'm sure you heard it a lot, and I'm sure even
I've said it
men
a
used
lot.
to- I knew it.
Yeah, of course. It,
Because
90% it was a woman.
yeah, but there is also men, so much men not knowing how to drive. It's just the way of us believing that men is always the smarter and men can do more physically and mentally, and women are weaker and men is stronger, basically. Doesn't matter in which way. This is
Not always.
what feminism is fighting against.
Not necessarily, and I will give you your argument here, which is men are good at the physical realm, that's right, but women have their own strengths, which are good at communications. Like, you are master at communications. A lot of times I give my girlfriend a lot of the handling with people, because I know if I'm gonna do it, we're gonna do a dick measuring contest. Like, oh, I'm gonna beat you up. No. But you women, you have a way with words. That's one. Two, you have a way with kids. Like, you are way more empathetic, you have way more patience, you have way more stability and patience, basically, to deal with them, or empathy, because we don't have those things. So I'm not saying women are useless or men are good at everything. I say we have different strengths and weaknesses, and we should use them. And women shouldn't try to become men. That's it.
We are not trying to become a man. We are trying to be equal. I'll tell you what. Yes, physically, a man can be stronger. A man can gain muscle much more easily than the woman. That's true. I'm not going to argue with that. But theoretically, both of them has the same brain. There is no difference. The brain is the same. And no, not every woman has patience. There is some women having patience. And there is also some men having patience for the kids. But not every woman does. We just don't speak for ourselves, because this is what society is telling us. This is our job. We have to be sitting in the home, and doesn't matter if we're tired, if we're out of patience, and doesn't matter what. We just have to do it. This is what we're taught of. This is what we are fighting against.
But you're speaking about the exception.
We don't have patience.
But
What,
you're
sorry?
speaking about the exception to the rule. We're talking in generalities here. In general, women are more empathetic than men, and more patient than men. And in general, men are stronger than women, and are better drivers than women. Let me ask you this. If there's a daycare, let's say tomorrow you had a baby, and there's a daycare of only men, and a daycare of only women, which daycare would you put your kid in?
That's a very nice question.
Yeah, because you would put it in the only woman daycare, because you're like, what? Men are going to take care of my child? What if it was a girl? You'd be extra cautious. You'd be like, what are men doing here? Men don't work at daycare. That's not their tendency. So
no,
in general,
I'm not agreeing with you. I've been working in the daycare. Sorry to interrupt. I've been working in the
but
daycare.
in general, it's not encouraging you to see it. You're like hesitant to do it. You would much rather prefer to put your girl at an all-woman daycare instead of an all-men daycare. That's what I'm saying, and that's fine. We don't have a men movement against it. Like, oh no, we want to work at daycare. No, we don't care. We suck at it. Okay, we suck it up and we go do our job. We go to STEM, we go to engineering, we go to math, we go to the hard jobs.
Do you know why would I not put my kid, especially if I would have a girl, with a man?
Why?
Because I would be afraid. I would be afraid that he would be sexually assaulting my kid.
Right.
Or he would be not taking enough care of it. Because we are not equal, unfortunately. Because it's always women taking care of the men and women taking care of the kids. It's never men taking care of the household. And yet, woman is also working outside of the house. So it's not 50-50. It's like 80 to 20 for me. And I think the 80% goes to a woman.
So you're making the argument for me, so thank you.
I would put my kid with a woman because I would be afraid that they would get sexually assaulted.
Right.
This is what we're fighting for. Feminism is fighting for sexual assault right now.
Right.
Daily, so many girls are getting raped and sexually assaulted. I would be totally afraid to put my kid with a man.
I see. Okay, well, I have another video to show you.
Okay.
And then we can talk about it as well.
How about a guy just has some standards for himself and he's saying to himself, if I'm going to date you and we're going to be exclusive and I'm going to prioritize you in multiple ways, I have expectations of you, which means that you're not going to go out, get sloppy drunk with your friends, be around a bunch of guys that are going to be like, the whole time, and maybe behave badly because people make not so great decisions when they drink. And why are you putting yourself in that situation? I don't want to give my exclusivity to someone who's going to voluntarily put themselves in those situations. And by the way, if you have me and you're so happy with me, why do you need to do all of that? Perfectly reasonable for a man to come to the table and say those things. Guys are afraid to say them, oftentimes because they're afraid of losing a woman. Don't be afraid, men, to lose a woman who behaves badly. It will be an enormous favor to you if you lose someone that disrespects you consistently. Don't be afraid of the loss.
So, what do you think?
I'm not agreeing with her. I don't think that's true. And I'll tell you why. Because in the relationship, there should be trust and respect. Me going out doesn't mean that I'm not happy with my girlfriend, for example. Doesn't mean that person I am with, I'm not happy with them. Me going out means that I have my own life, my own things to do, and I'm not depending on anyone. Nobody's making choices daily for me, what I'm gonna do and what I'm gonna eat. It's my choice. And it has nothing to do with the loyalty, first of all, because if I want to cheat, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna cheat anyways. If I'm gonna be sitting home or if I'm gonna be going out. Cheating is something you can do anywhere, anytime you want, if you really want it. So I think when there is a trust, I would say men's insecurities are playing a big role in this situation, because men are insecure that they're gonna lose their woman because they're beautiful.
No.
A lot of people are.
That's not about insecurity. And actually, she has another video that speaks about it. It's like you're putting yourself in a situation where you're giving potential men the opportunity to approach you, which, first of all, shouldn't happen, as we've spoken about earlier in the first video. If you put yourself, if you make yourself accessible to other men, that's cheating for a woman. So that's one. And then secondly, and she said it in another video, but I didn't bring it up, I couldn't find it. Well, she said, if someone is going to assault you, just like you've said, I'm here for your support. If someone is going to sexually assault you, or touch your butt, or touch your anything, I'm not going to be there to protect you, which is my job. So that's gonna make me feel bad about not doing my job to protect you as my woman. So that's not only not insecure, it's very secure. I'm very secure that I want to protect you in case of something happening, and I don't want you to make yourself accessible to other guys, or in your case other girls, but we'll get to it.
I think your point of view is again very wrong.
I'm sorry, what?
I think your point of view of the situation is very wrong, because
Why?
me personally, and I'm sure many women, are going out to have fun, not to attract men. We
Yes,
don't
but
dress
men
up
are going
for
out to attract you and to... I don't want to say it like it's, you know, like it's planned or something. But most men that go out to clubs go out to hit on women, and yeah, sexual assault in a way, it's not premeditated, but may come out like that because they are drunk. Even if you're not getting drunk, they are getting drunk, and they can do things to you that I can't protect you from because I'm at home and you're at the club with your woman friends or female friends.
Do you know what we're fighting for? We're fighting for it because we are fighting for the situation that we will make that you will not have to protect your woman. Like, we are fighting
That's
for
my job.
safety outside. No. We are fighting, the feminism is fighting for it, that we will go out, be safe, not be afraid to walk outside in the middle of the night alone. But we are, unfortunately.
But
again,
unfortunately,
that's people.
even me as a man, I can't go out at midnight and expect to be safe. There are going to be criminals regardless of whatever feminism is going to do, regardless of what the state is going to do. Even me as a man can't go out and expect peace. That's why I have to get stronger and prepare for war and combat in case it happens.
Yeah, also men are not safe at this time.
Nobody is safe. That's
Women
what I'm trying to get. Like, you're trying to make a safe world where we all sing Kumbaya and hold hands together. This is an ideal world, but the world is not that safe. Unfortunately. It's the truth.
Yeah, unfortunately, the world isn't. But I was talking about sexual assault mostly. So many women are getting raped again and sexually assaulted. So we are fighting for it to be more safe. And now,
By the way, do you know...
You mentioned something that I want to pop it up. You said that if women would go out in the club and there would be men drinking and he could sexually assault a woman because he's drunk, and you said that mostly men are going out because they want to attract women and they want to find women, right?
Right.
Okay. What if, as a woman, I have expectations for men to not go out? What
What do
if
you mean?
women will say that they want their men sitting in the home, not going out and attracting other people? Doesn't matter if the man wants to go out and have fun. I don't care. What if we start thinking like men can't go out as well? Men can't drink alcohol because when they're drunk, they're dumb. They're doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, like sexually assaulting women.
Okay.
Who would be in the clubs?
those are the men that actually, I'm with you on this point. That's what I wanted to ask you. Who do you think are the men who actually go out and assault women? Those are men who can't control their feelings. Those are men that don't have emotional control. Those are men that go out and get drunk when their girlfriend broke out with them, when they lost their job, when they can't handle shit in life. Those are the pussy men. They're just pussy. I can't even call them men, because the men should be stoic and deal with their emotions, go get it out in the gym, build a business, make more money, and yeah, stifle your feelings. You know, suck it up like a man. Yeah, that's what you should do. But those are the pussified men that society is creating, and they are the ones that go out, that harass women, that sexual assault women. And actually, to answer your point, those men that you say, if I'm in a relationship, I don't want my man or my partner to go out. The issue is that you, as a woman, even if you look like, even if you're a 3 or a 4, you're still going to get attention from men. Even in the street, at work, at the club, whatever, you're gonna get attention, no matter what. A man, even if he's like a 9 or a 10, women are not going to approach him. That's why it's fine, okay for a man to go out to the club and not for a woman, because he has less chance to attract the opposite gender than you do as a woman, attracting men.
And that's very wrong, because we are not trying to attract the woman. I mean, there is some woman, and there is all kinds of women. There is gold diggers, and there is a bunch of women that are trying to attract the men. But most of us feminists, we are not trying to attract the men. We are fighting against it. We don't want men to be attracted to us. We can also approach to men. And again, I want to go to a club. I want to get drunk safely, not thinking that every second there will be men coming towards me and asking me for my number, trying to touch me.
So drink at home
This
with
is
your
the safety
girlfriend.
that I want to have.
So sit at home with your friends and drink at home. Put on some high music on Friday night and get drunk at home. This is how you can stay safe. Why do you have to go out to the club?
Why does it has to be like this?
Well, because if you
Like
want to
the-
be safe and not worry about other men looking at you and trying to get your number, that's the only way you can do it. You can get drunk at home with your girlfriends, blasting on some high music, high volume music. Why not do that? Why do you need a club for?
Why do men need to approach for a woman?
I
Why
agree.
can't they just go in the
We've
clubs and
talked
have
about
fun?
it. We've talked about it because men are always desperate and they can't get a woman.
Because women are becoming more and more powerful.
No.
So men are becoming more desperate that they can have a woman, because we are learning our own value and how much we are worth of, and that we can be independent and we don't need a man for success. This is what we're learning, you know, recently.
Right. You don't need a man for success, but you do need men for a relationship.
No, we don't. Actually, we don't need it.
No. Come on. You're using your card on me.
We don't need men in the relationship.
Oh. She got out. Oh. Maybe she ran out of battery. Let's see. I'll try to call her back in.
A few moments later.
Fine. Don't worry about it. I hope the video quality will be good as well when we record, but we'll see.
Yeah, I hope so, because it's still loading and it's just on the 12 now, so it's gonna take like more than 10 minutes. I'm assuming.
I see. Okay. So let's get back. Where have we been? Do you remember, or should we go to the next video? Let's go to the next video then.
Okay. A wife and a mom, which is why a year ago, when my boyfriend proposed to me, I was so excited. But 5 months till the wedding, which the wedding was supposed to be tomorrow, he told me that he was having doubts and wanted to postpone the wedding. He couldn't really tell me why or when he wanted to postpone it to, so I ended up just calling it off. He's been trying to contact me here and there, but I haven't been really responding. So I was just wondering why he wants to keep me in his life but not commit.
You said the key to this whole thing at the beginning. You've always wanted to be a mother and a wife. You. There's no doubt he loves you. He does love you. What do men do when we love you? We try to give you what you want. So you want to be a mother and a wife? Will you marry me? Now you want to know why he keeps contacting you. Because he wants you in his life. Before you throw this good guy away, I just want you to think for a minute what you're tossing out the window, because it ain't going just your way. He didn't say he never wanted you. He just got cold feet. He tripping. And let me tell you why he tripping. You ready for this right here?
Yes.
Does he have the job of his dreams?
No.
Hello.
Right.
Does he have the money saved to give you everything you want?
No.
Hello. Is he ready to raise a family, and does he have the money?
No.
Listen to me. Men don't have a biological clock. We have a financial clock. And his is ticking, and he don't have it together yet. And he does not see a way that he can provide, protect, and take care of you. He don't see the clear path. So now he got to back up. So you got to wait. You got to let this guy catch up so he can get himself together. Because until we determine who we are and what we do, which affects how much we make, we are very incomplete as men. What you all should do is sit down, see if you all can talk it out, help support him, see if you can help him get to where he wants, so you can get to where you want.
Exactly. And that's why I think women should support men. Because if he's not where he wants to be, he can take you where you want to be. If you want to be a woman, a mother and a wife, he can't do it if he can't. If he doesn't feel like he can provide for you and take care of you and your kids.
I mean, it's very wrong. I disagree, because why not equal? Why not let's build it together, financially, or doesn't matter, let's build it together. Why women should be waiting for the man to provide for the family, to make enough money? And why not be there for each other so women can also provide for the family?
Yes, but
Right,
she's
like
providing
this.
in different ways. She's providing
No.
by taking care of the kids and taking care of the house, while I'm going out and fighting the world and bringing in the money.
This is wrong, because I disagree with you, because then woman is waiting for the men. For them to get married, men needs to have a job that pays enough for him to provide her. But this is wrong, because men can support her to also have a job. Then it will be much easier for the men. And
She can support, but she can't take the main role. That's what I'm saying.
there shouldn't be men. This is the whole problem. There
There
shouldn't
is a
be someone in charge or someone who's main. There should be two people. You guys are two.
You should.
It should be equal.
Have you ever seen a company with two CEOs?
Yes.
No, it doesn't happen.
It happens.
Have you seen it? And how well does it go?
And sorry, what?
And how well does it run?
It runs fine. I mean, there is arguments and there is conflicts, but
Right,
if
because
they
there are
can
two
make
heads. Because if someone is saying I want to do A and and the other one says I want to do B, it's clashing. But when there's one leader and one follower, it's like I say we do this and you follow. That's it. And that's
Why
how
would-
relationships should be.
why would a woman should follow the man? I mean, when there is two leaders, there is conflicts. There is. But
Who else
being
would
a
you follow?
leader and being two, it means that you need to have a communication. You need to have a skills for it.
Right.
You have to um, sorry, I forgot the word in English. You have to, like, let's say I'm against something that you want, I have to sacrifice sometimes, and the other day you will sacrifice it.
Okay, yeah, but
It should be equal. You have to sacrifice.
No, you're
will be
talking about
less
symmetry.
conflict.
You want to sacrifice the same thing, but we men sacrifice our time and our body and our health to go out and work. And actually, I agree with you that men, okay, not all men can provide for a household of 2 or 3 or 4. Yeah, not all of them can do it. And that's why I'm very hard on men to go out, get a financial education, open a business, make more money, so that you don't have to let your partner work. Because if you don't do that, yeah, of course she's gonna have to work. But then you're not fulfilling your job as a man.
Woman wants to work. So what about you being a man to support a woman to be independent, to be successful, and to have their own? I think men are afraid of women. Men are afraid of independent women because
No, we're not afraid of independent women. We just don't like them.
Do you know what makes women powerful and dangerous? Success, independence. Because
no, it's not.
when
It's
we're
exclusive to men.
we don't need men. We don't need men. When
Yeah,
I don't
you
need
have
men.
a girlfriend. Yeah, I know. You don't need a man. But most women want a man.
They want a man. They
And
don't
they
need.
need a man.
They don't need. They want. This is the difference. They don't want. They don't need men. They want a man.
Yes, they do.
Especially independent, successful women will not need a
You
man.
can be as independent and successful as you want. If there's a fire going off, you're going to call strong muscular men. If someone is sexually assaulting you, you want men to protect you against him. If you want a house to live in, you need men to build it.
No.
Yes, you do. Because 90% of all those jobs I just listed are employed by men.
And that's what we're fighting against. Why?
Why would you
Why
fight
women
against something?
can't-
Do you want to work in the oil rigs? Do you want to go work in construction?
There is women who does. They do want to.
But they are the minority. They are not the majority because most women don't want to do it.
No, there are many women that don't speak up to themselves and what they want to do because they know that they can't.
They can. And we've already discussed it, that the standards and the criteria for women to enter the police force or the firefighters force or any other thing is lower than the men. So it's actually easier for women to go into those roles. They just choose not to because they don't want it, and that's fine. But if men are building and maintaining the infrastructure of society, and even this laptop we're talking on was probably built by a man. So how can you say we don't need men?
We actually don't need, because if, let's say, the laptop we're talking to, when this was built, or the first laptop, okay, men built it. Because we, women, especially back then, didn't have the same access to the education. Back then, our education was how to fold clothes and how to wash dishes. Nobody has asked or taught us how to build a computer. But they have taught women how to wash clothes and wash dishes. This is very wrong. Because there is women who can build computers just the way the men can do, and sometimes even better.
There are. I'm not saying there aren't, but you're arguing for the exception to the rule. Instead, we are talking about in general. And even now, where women still actually have access to education and science degrees and computer science, they choose not to go to those fields. They choose to go to the arts and to other things and daycare and stuff like that, because that's their natural tendencies.
No,
And
it's
that's
not their
fine. I
natural
don't see why do you want to
tendencies.
fight
It's
against
their
nature.
choices. It's their choices.
Right, it's their
It's their
choices.
choices. But there is many women. Do you know why we don't go and we don't study? Because we don't have as many opportunity to get a job in the same field as a man.
Yes, you do.
Unfortunately.
As I've just
We don't.
stated, you do, and you have easier
No.
criteria and standards for it.
There is many engineers, many women engineers, I'm assuming, and also even more men. There is also a woman who wants to learn, but their family is against it. Do you know why? Because they will tell her this is not for the woman. This is men's job. That's how she was raised, and then she's thinking that she's wrong for wanting something. This is why we are standing up the feminism, so we
Okay.
can reach to these people and tell them that they can study whatever they want and they can be whoever they want. They're not any less than the men. They're as equal with the men as they should be.
Okay, but even then, that I'm with you on that. We should have equal opportunity for everyone. But equal opportunity does not mean equal outcome. Like there's some place, I think it's Norway. What happened? I think it's Norway, where they have like the most equal society, and there women and men have the same job opportunities. And what they found is that most women go to traditional women careers and most men go to traditional men careers. Why? Because it's in their nature. So that's why I don't think it's about opportunity, it's about choice.
It's not in the nature. It's another whole topic, religious and traditions,
Okay,
that
so let's
feminism
just
is fighting about.
let's just end it with if you want to say something about your specific situation. How does feminism help you in the community? Like when you're dating a woman, does feminism fight for that in any ways?
I think it does. I would
Really?
say that I'm originally from Georgia, Europe, and the way that I was raised, basically, and the way that my mom was raised, and my grandmother and everyone in my family, was that I have to finish school and then I have to go to university and then I have to get married, to settle down, to have a family, to have kids and to take care of them. And I have to find someone that can provide me and take care of me. Feminism has taught me that I can change that, because I think people, especially in Georgia, where I'm from, are, when you are born and as a girl, they're expecting already some things for you and they're planning for you. That's what they did for me. But feminism taught me that I can be whoever I want, and I can change the family tradition, get married whenever I want, be with whoever I want. And I don't have to follow that rhythm. I can be engineer and I can work in any field that I want. I don't have to be sitting home and taking care of the kids. Right now, I'm 18 and most of my friends are going in university, but I'm not, because I have learned that I can wait and I can find my own ways to be successful in life. For that, I don't need to go to university. And I'm very proud of me and very proud of where I've come so far, that I have went against all of my generation, I would say. And I'm just breaking the family rules of finishing the school and all the university stuff. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because I'm not ready for it yet. and I'm very proud of it. And feminism has been playing a big role in this, and what it has taught me, it's really been helping my life, because I have been not suffering as much, not stressing as much, because I will have my own time to be successful, to shine in the world. So it has definitely helped me a lot. Before that, I used to think that it was wrong, and even I remember being on the 7th grade, I was already stressing of what I wanted to be, and it has put me so much, even the religious part, it has put me so much, because as a woman, I had to go to church, and I had to wear the skirt, which I didn't want to, and I had to do things that I didn't want to, but it's just everybody, every woman around me, they used to do that. Nobody, as I remember growing up, has said, I will stop doing that because I don't want to do that. No, it was just a way of the world. It was just a way of living. Personally, I stopped that for me, and again, I'm very proud of it. I will go to church because I want to, not because I feel like I have to do it as a woman. I will, on Friday dinner, I will help my family prepare food because I want to, but not because I have to. I will not do it because I have to, because there is men in the home, they can also help out. I'm going to be sitting with them. And I've learned a lot of other stuff, and I think it's really beautiful. For me, it's beautiful what it has taught me. And feminism, the movement of feminism has made me much stronger, much powerful, and basically I would say that I used to think that I always needed someone to take care of me, but right now I don't anymore. Feminism, most importantly, has taught me that all I need is me, my own success, and independence. So it has helped a lot.
I see. That sounds like an actually pretty inspiring ending to it all, and sounds like a good, like feminism has inspired you to do good things and like giving you, you would say independence, or I don't know, confidence maybe.
Confidence,
you want,
to be independent, success.
Following the herd and doing what your society tells you to, or your community. As you've said, it's been natural in our community. Nobody ever stood up against it. They just took it, which is an interesting topic. So I would actually like to keep talking about it maybe next week.
Great. I think one last thing I would add, for me, most importantly, feminism took out pressure on me. It has given me more freedom. I felt more free to speak up because I've seen many women speaking up and knowing that I'm not the only one and I'm not alone. So it's very important for us to be there for each other as a woman and to support one another, because it has saved my life and I'm sure it has saved many of others.
Probably. And yeah, I'm not completely agreeing with you, but it does have some benefits. It does have some good points to it. So I guess we could end it here on a good note, where we semi-agree. And thank you for coming on the show today. I hope maybe we can see you again next week.
I would love to.
Okay, take care.
Thank you for having me.
You don't have